Yeah. So what were you saying?
No, I was talking about this. We ain't a racist country. It's ridiculous. The United States is not racist. It's like, yeah, you keep saying that. Meanwhile, we study getting our head bust. Study get politicians trying to change voting laws so we
Change
can't
voter
vote.
laws,
Bro,
change county lines and shit like that.
they say you just in a racist country, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then they sitting there trying to stop the 1619 project from going through because they don't want
1619, bro. What's
to.
that? What's that?
You don't know 1619 project? All right. So
Jog, jog my jog my memory.
this lady produced this uh, I guess publication. She's also like made it into a podcast, and she's also recorded some video of it
Mm-hmm.
about how in 1619 is when the first slave ships arrived to. I think it was actually Virginia. 1619, the first slave ships arrived to America, and she teaches on the stuff like what happened during slavery and this, that, and the third, and how free labor and cotton being an export kind of shaped and started America's wealth and turned America into a superpower. So she's basically saying how America got its start,
Okay.
globally and stuff off slavery, off the benefits of slavery. And so that she wrote this thing. New York Times published it, and some teachers are now starting to integrate it into the curriculum. And you got these people saying, "Well, you had what's the turtle in the Senate? Turtle face.
Mitch McConnell.
Yeah, you got Mitch McConnell. You got some different state senators and everything. They are all doing this push to make people stop teaching it.
Stop
And
teaching.
saying
Okay.
they don't want they don't want to give it any credit. They don't want people talking about it. Meanwhile, you had just this ballpark in my head. You had at least 10 instances since Trump where teachers got caught, teaching curriculum where they were telling kids to act like slave or act like slave owners.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You
I
had
heard
all
about
these
some of them
different
too.
instances of slavery, and then you had the guys in state senate seats this week talking about. There's one dude said, he said, "I'm not going to be the one who lynches the idea." No pun intended. It's like, dude, you can't talk about slavery and start off your presentation on at the state capitol with a lynching joke. It's like, like, and then you say America's not racist. Like, nigga, your intro was about lynching. You tried to make a funny with a lynching joke. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's like what you're doing. So it's just that kind of shit, man. It's so many examples of racism or of see, this is the thing. I could take prejudice. I'm prejudiced. You prejudiced. Everybody prejudge situations, prejudge people. I bet this
Mm-hmm.
dude gonna give me a
Well,
hard
race
time, and
making is
damn,
a
it's
conscious
completely
decision.
out. I can deal with prejudice,
Mm-hmm.
but like you got people who just downright racist, and they want to tell you that we need to get like why can't black people get over it? We can when you stop doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's like all these little things. Like McConnell was saying in his example. He was like, we should teach general history of America's triumphs. He said, like 1776, like when the Constitution was published. This is what he's saying in objection to the 1619 project. He said, you teaching historic dates of significance. I'm like, yeah, but that wasn't significant to you, but it's hella significant to me. You know what I'm saying? I need to those are things that's inherently important to me. But you don't want to teach that part of history because you think it's just a liberal thing. Like history is history, bro. History don't have history is just a story, man. It's crazy, but you got all this going on. Like this is actively going on. You got Tim Scott and Kamala Harris talking about some America's not racist. It's like where you live. You know what I'm saying? But
Pandering,
this
bro.
dude actually
That's
said,
all. I mean,
I've had people call me Uncle Tom. Like, They racist, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
There's your proof, brother. No, you
Yeah,
know
your
what?
proof. Like,
I
you know
could
what I'm
see,
saying?
I could see why Tim Scott would make that statement before Kamala Harris.
Right.
Like, Kamala, you there? You made it to where you wanted to be. You ain't got the panda no more, lady. You just
Bro,
you know, you don't have to
he's
do all this.
there.
Tim Scott doing it
That's the
because
thing.
it fits his
He's there.
ideology to do it.
Nah. He did that because, and see, this is the thing. I ain't gonna call you Uncle Tom. I'm not. I'm not gonna call you no Uncle Tom. I'm not gonna tell you no Sambo. I'm not gonna call you no Coon.
Yes, it's
I ain't
Sambo.
gonna any of those things. Those are ignorant and hurtful words. I ain't gonna call you that. But at the same time, brother, why you dancing out there when they sent you out there?
Right.
Because they can only send one person out there. Because if any of the other ones that took that go out there with the big lie, if any of them others go out there with they crazy QAnon crap, they can't send you out there. So they sit there and hey Tim, hey, my boy, my dude, brah, you know, all these little things. How you let them get you out there? How
I
you
mean,
let them get
to
you
be
out there?
honest, who else was they gonna send out
you,
there? Like in this point in time, who else was they gonna send
bro,
out there?
they can't send nobody out there. But if you
He
say
was the
people
only
calling you
viable
Uncle,
option. Let's send his
if
black
people say
ass
you
out there.
calling you, if people say that if you say people calling you Uncle Tom, stop being used, and people will stop making that ignorant, assumption. But you're letting them use you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We gonna send out the nice blackface out there. They could have sent anybody out there. They ain't never had people out there that's short on words or short on rhetoric. But you let them dance you out there, and you say people call you Uncle Tom. Well, bro, you know you being used right now. You know this. You smart enough to see this. You couldn't have made anybody else go out there. But you had to went out there, the only black man in the Senate. But you had to went out there to be the person to respond to Biden that night.
If I was a Republican and if I was trying to push the big lie, yeah, I would. But I ain't neither one of them. I ain't neither one of them. So no, I wouldn't do that. But like I said before, I could see why they wanted his black ass to go out there, and I could understand why he could say America's not racist. But it's all a lie. All I'm saying is it make more sense than Kamala Harris saying it. This dude I mean, you know how he's trying to put spin. Yeah, their whole agenda is to put spin on this and to keep Trump relevant enough for 4 years from now. That's all they trying to do, and they don't care if it's a lie. They don't care if it's not true. They don't care how it looks. They just want to keep feeding their idiot base dumb shit, and Trump is gonna run in 2024 to rally their base as long as they can. That's all they trying to do, and it's all they clinging on. They hanging on by a thread right now. Their party is splintered. Even right now with the whole Liz Cheney and what's his face, the doofus looking dude in Utah, Uncle Mitt Romney.
Mitt Romney.
They trying their best to keep it together to the point where when you do have some rational people from the right, they're trying to get them out of there. I actually heard somebody the other day say it's not about honesty. It might have been who's the leader of the House? I forget his name. McCarthy. It might have been McCarthy. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But it was like it's not about honesty right now. It's about keeping the base together. Like, wow. Like, you really just said that? Like, you really just said it's not about being honest.
I just need people who I can count.
Right.
Count on to keep the lie going.
So basically you saying, yeah, what Liz Cheney is saying is true. But by you speaking the truth, it's hurting our agenda. So we need you to shut up, lady, and we gonna take you out of your leadership positions, and we gonna put this other idiot there, bro. They whole agenda is messed up, man. It's messed up.
It's retarded, bro.
But I don't know, man. Yeah,
I
but
just don't
yeah,
like the. You
to
can't come
answer
out the gate.
to answer this question right here, yes, America is still racist, and it's gonna be racist
Of
for a
course it
long
is.
time.
Forever.
It's gonna be like
Forever.
you can't.
Forever.
People need to understand something. There's always gonna be people who hate.
Yeah.
You cannot get rid of evil.
Nah.
You cannot get rid of evil. It will always be there. It's always gonna be there.
I tell you what, though, man. I had a feeling that after Obama, because you saw some real
Hateful
decent,
stuff.
yeah, like post
Outwardly
9/11 with the Bush, maybe when Obama was running, you saw some real camaraderie. You saw some real nation building. You saw some real, just you kind of felt like it was turning. You kind of felt like all the racists was dying off.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause that's all. I mean, death is going to end America's racism, but you kind of started teetering off, and then at some point in that Obama administration, at the end of that first year, you started getting Michelle Obama the monkey. You started getting that outward stuff, and I think Trump. The Trump era
just proving that he was a citizen was racism.
Yeah.
The whole first.
That's what I'm saying. You saw it. You saw it brewing back up to the point now. Like if I had a logical thought, just timeline, I could say, you know what, my son may live in an America that's not racist because kids was just loving kids and that kind of shit was dying out. You got my son. I be up watching them on Zoom and the kids talking politics.
Right.
Repeating their parents' talking points. So I'm like, you done infected another generation with this bull snaggle that's going to have to be flushed out again. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only way racism dies, when you get a complete generation without it, and it just stopped being taught. Because you ain't gonna make people not be racist. They're gonna just have to die.
Right.
It's gonna die out.
Now, I would say this. I think the next generation, they are a little bit more progressive. Actually, no, I ain't gonna say a little bit more. They are a lot more progressive. Some racism will die out, but evil is evil. It's always gonna be there. It's always gonna be.
I can hear that.
But the internet also has allowed it to exist even stronger, because you got a lot of people who can say racist things behind ID unimpugned. You know what I'm saying? Right, so you got a lot of white people, like, you go on Instagram, just racist comments, Facebook, racist comments, and as long as I don't have to eat my words for it, or I'm under some stupid account on Instagram or whatever that doesn't tie into who I am. You know what I'm saying? They continue on with it. For a lot of these kids, some of the times I feel like they think being racist is fun or cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
definitely. I think they like
a lot of trolls. I mean, a lot. Yeah, they troll.
Trolls gonna troll.
They troll.
I swear, I was actually thinking about this, man. It'd be remarkable if, and I know they'll never do it because of money, but it would be remarkable if everybody had a blue check.
Had a what?
If everybody had a blue check. Everybody's been validated. You can't have no fake accounts. You speak in true name. And I hate council culture. I really do. But I would bet people wouldn't be talking so slick if all I had to do was thumb through the yellow pages and come whoop your ass.
Mm-hmm. Or pay somebody to come lump you up. I don't live in the town you live in. Who can I get? $100 to the first dude.
I'm gonna pay to send some of them. I'm gonna pay to send some of them. I'm gonna pay to send the goon squad over there.
Yeah, that's what I say. Hire goon squad.
A goon squad.
If you can get lumped up, but if you have to speak in true name, and your opinions have to be associated with you. You know it? No. And all at the end, You know what I'm saying? It's funny. I was watching YouTube the other day, and they were saying that people got a whole bunch of anger, a whole bunch of venom, a whole bunch of what they ain't gonna do, but put their check on the line. Watch them at
post
work.
up, man.
T Reels come in. Who posting up? Who posting up? T Reels.
What's going on, Joe?
What's going on, man?
Hey man, look, hey Paul. Remember last time we had a conversation? You was telling me, hey, turn that light on for me a second. Hey, remember last time we had a conversation? You was telling me that every time you see me, it's someone with some Torture TV hoodies. So I was just telling them they got their order, so to post it up on Facebook, man. Make sure they show some love to Torture TV. How y'all brothers doing, man? It's good to see y'all today.
We good.
That's what's up, man. It's good to see y'all, man.
You see the topic right here, man. It's right up your alley, man. Is America still racist?
What we doing?
Is America racist?
Come on, hey man, why would y'all asking? Oh my God! All right, y'all go first, man. Y'all go first.
He about to let it rip.
Like a
bro,
blade.
we ain't here. We have all the same mind. This country racist as shit, bro.
I mean, that's like, I don't even know what that terminology is, but like, come on, man, that type of question. You got like, have you guys ever heard Jesse Lee Peterson thoughts on is America racist?
Who?
Do y'all know Jesse Lee Peterson?
No, I don't know.
Jesse what?
Jesse Lee Peterson.
Okay, Jesse Lee Peterson. He's like one of the biggest. He's like one of the biggest coons in American history. His name Jesse Lee Peterson. So if you guys get an opportunity to check him out, you will see what I'm talking about. But if you get if y'all want to check his thoughts on is America racist, y'all be like, damn.
Well, the reason why we brought it up is because our vice president got on TV she was speaking, and she said America is not a racist country. Then we had
actually Tim Scott was first.
Tim Scott. That's what I was about to say. We had Tim Scott, who's a Republican House member of the United States. He also said the same thing.
He's the only black Republican in the Senate. Black Republican male in the Senate.
Is he in the Senate or is he in the House?
He's in the Senate.
So Ice Cold, I covered Tim Scott with the America is not racist on Torture TV, but I kind of just touched on Kamala Harris. But I made sure that we put him on the screen for that crazy statement.
There you go. It's a lot of work for me to put him on the screen, but people know what that dude look like.
They got what's that character from Fat Albert, the one with the teeth? It was a side by side.
Dumb Donald. He look like Dumb Donald.
Dumb Donald. Yeah, Bucky out for Dumb Donald.
Bucky. He look like Bucky.
Hey, look, he gave all these examples of how his ancestors and everything suffered from racism throughout their lives, and then ended the statement ended the press conference with it's not a racist country. It's not a racist country.
This is not a racist country. You clown. Get off my TV. I mean, like my cousin said, like Derek said, he said, my man kicked his whole speech off saying people call him a coon. That's racism.
That's crazy.
That Uncle Tom and all that shit, bro. That's racism. This is a racist country. I don't know what's wrong with these people. Hey, and the funny thing about it, but here's the funny thing about it, though. Here's the funny thing about it. That nigga is a coon. He is Uncle Tom. That's exactly what he is.
Oh, he definitely a coon. He be cooning him before out here in these things. And he don't. I'm talking. It don't be. He don't think like he don't like. You can tell it don't bother him. It's just his natural reaction to be the coon. That he just like.
He letting the Republican. He letting the Republican Party pimp him.
I'm not gonna call him a coon, but I will.
What's going on though? Hey, bro, I forgot your name at the bottom, bro. Is it Marcus or Michael? Did I get? Is it one of those?
Matt.
Yeah.
He stuck.
I think he froze.
But you gotta have one, bro. You gotta have one.
You had froze, man. You gotta have one. What? He froze, man. You froze, buddy.
You looking?
Hey, Derek, I gotta ask you a question, bro. I gotta ask you a question just so I can I just want to get a little clarity. So, what is your definition of a coon?
No, I have the standard definition of a coon. I just don't want to call the man a coon.
I'm sorry. I thought Derek said that he wouldn't go as far as to call him a coon. So I just wondered what his definition was.
No. I'm just saying I don't
He
want
ain't
to
using
call
that
him
term. He's just not using that term.
I'm not saying that he. I'm just saying I'm not calling him that. You see what I'm saying?
I think I know what he's saying.
Like I said,
he just not gonna use it.
T-Rails. He said,
okay, yeah, I hear it now. I mean, it is getting bad. Could you hear me now?
Yeah, T-Rails. He's saying he a coon. He just ain't gonna be the one who call him that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what happened, man.
I just said I don't dance on command. That's all.
I'm out in the back, man. I sent you guys on here. I was just gonna stop by and say what up, but it's like we have some technical difficulties.
It's all good. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for showing up, man. Hold on, let me sending out something right quick.
Okay, but I don't know though, bro. I don't know if I asked the question correctly, but I want to hear your definition though. You said you got the standard one, but what is your definition though?
It's the stand. Hey, it is what it is. I ain't gonna change the definition.
That's fine. So we ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna call him a coon.
I'm calling that dude a coon. I'm calling him a coon.
Okay, also used to be in the host. I apologize.
No. I'm calling him a coon.
It's agreed he a coon, but we ain't got to say it. Everything that's known don't need to be spoke. You know what I'm saying?
That's cool, but I ain't gonna lie to me. Hey, for open dialogue and transparency, I really honestly want to hear each one of you guys' definition. But I would have liked to start with Derek because, hey, look. I call him one. I don't care because I think what he doing is more dangerous than calling him a coon. So I call him one. That's fine.
I think that dude letting the Republican Party pimp him.
Cool.
To the point that he don't even care how.
I don't know, man. It look like we have some technical difficulties, bro. I probably got to catch y'all one of these days. I'm in the crib.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
So you ain't going on record.
Nah. I got nothing negative.
I'm not going on record. I hear you.
But by blinks,
all I'm gonna say.
By blinks,
hey, yeah, this is what we gonna do. Hey, we gonna do a vote, and we gonna do it about.
Nope.
No. 2 blinks if he's a.
Look, man.
I'm not even looking up till we change the subject.
Come on, Morse code.
You gotta be careful though. You gotta be careful with some of the things people, because see, everybody know how to. It's so stupid. Everybody know how to talk on the phone when they at work.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody know how to do their job, and I hate that it's code switching at times. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know when you do what you gotta do.
My definition ain't got nothing to do with that.
Yeah,
my definition. My dude. I mean, that dude knows he knows he's being pimped. He know exactly why they brought his black ass out there.
Like I said, I'm not dancing on command.
Right. And when they brought his black ass out there, he was out there doing the Charleston. But you know what I'm saying?
But you know what?
He was out there shucking and jiving. He out there.
He out there doing. There ain't no strings on me.
Right.
He still look like a puppet,
to me, that's a coon. To me, that's a coon.
But you know what though? You know what? You gotta break this word down to its base root. You see what I'm saying? You got raccoon. You see, you don't kill them when they're around. You let them come around, and guess what? You give them your trash.
Oh, wow.
They let that man stay around to eat the trash. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
I was stupid. Man.
What?
I'm
just saying, like what,
chat, fellas, and this is one of them.
Here's the thing. What kind of self-respecting man? What kind of self-respecting black man gonna have these white? Because you know the way it was presented to him. Hey, we need you to do this. We need you to say America ain't racist. We need you to say that. Just put in something from the other side to make it look like they're racist and we not. You know the way it was presented to him, and he had to sit there and listen to that, and he did it, and he did it anyway. He was up there like, bro, he was up there shucking and jiving and.
I'm not gonna say that. He may have believed. And everything he said.
You a lie. I don't believe that at all. I don't believe that at all that dude went in there and believed.
Give me a second.
Okay? So you believe?
Give me a second. Give me a second. He may have believed in everything he said personally, but he still know in his heart of hearts why they chose him. And to me, that's dancing. You see what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
Because if you go up there and you say what you, I know, but if you go up there and you say what you got to say, you tell your story, and your story just happened to coincide with their message, whatever. You tell your story, but why they choose you, and you know why they chose you. So to me, that's dancing.
That man that made it too far to be that stupid.
Well, I get my
ain't no way this man can let it come out his mouth to say some of the stuff he said. Stuff he said. Wait, man. Some of the stuff he said was this country ain't racist. Ain't no way in his heart, ain't no way in his mind or anywhere he can say that and really believe that. Nobody can. Okay, so now then the man mentioned that something about Trump. What was it? I forget what it was. Like the election, the whatever, man.
Right.
Yes, you know, you're speaking talking points, and these talking points ain't even true, and you know they not true. Most of these guys in Congress are lying to their base because their base is gonna believe everything they say. So ain't no way this guy got up there and spoke all that. Maybe he thought 40% of it was true, but no, bro, no.
Well, my question my question is inwardly for him, if it's not racist, this country is not racist, why am I the only one?
Just think that, right?
Why am I the only one?
Right. If this country ain't racist, why did they come to your black ass? Because you.
But why am I the only black person you could come to?
Right. Why is there only one black Republican that ain't racist to?
Right.
That was one of the terms of the contract. You can't say her real name.
I can't say her real name. She got like 18 names.
For real.
She got like 18. Like every time she got a new name. So.
right.
I like to keep it. I like to keep it incognito.
Yeah.
Hey, you talking to Nick Fury over here?
Right. We just chopping it up. We just kicking it a little bit. We do this every Friday. Who are you talking to?
Turn down your life, bro. Turn down your life.
What's that? What's that? You need what's that? A beer? That's how you Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Bring me a nice drink.
That'd be funny if she like threw a bottle.
Man, at least two of them. He need at least two.
That's exactly how Stone Cold used to be. So, I talked about this on a podcast. I took my second dose of the vaccine, and I got sick. Okay. Derek, did you get sick? Did you have any symptoms or?
So what had happened was my company said, "Hey, look, you got 72 hours of free time if you have a reaction." And all my employees magically had a reaction.
Yep. Under that EFL leave, right?
Right.
Under that EFL leave, right?
Man, you so loud.
Right,
Hold on, let me turn you down a little bit.
So now I got a choice. Either I gotta have a reaction too, or I gotta call bullshit on all of them. So I had a headache. But actually I had a little bit of light sensitivity the next day. Nothing that could have kept me out of work, but I did take the day just to, make sure everything was copacetic. Right. I think Chris, my wife, got her second shot. She was fine, and she says she was fine, and she did sleep a little longer than normal. But
that shit knocked you out, bro.
Nobody had no.
Matt, did you take a vaccine?
I took it. I was lightheaded for about maybe 4 to 6 hours. Went to sleep, woke up, I was fine. I denied everybody. I'm a boss. I denied everybody leave on my job who was trying to take that because they were preemptively giving in. They were giving in leads
over here.
I'm about to work. So I'm gonna be gone, right?
Oh, they were trying to finagle. They were trying to finagle.
I'm gonna be gone because I'm taking the shot, right? So I'm like, no, you're gonna have to go to a doctor, bring me some documentation. Because you basically saying that you're going to feel like everybody else's feel. You need to experience COVID vaccination for yourself. Don't try to use nobody else's. No, seriously. because it's people who said, man, the symptoms were mild at best. Like I said, it wasn't nothing that could have kept me out of going to work the next day. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, to each their own. But if this person got sick, that don't mean you automatically gonna get sick. One person was talking about my whole left side. I couldn't move my whole left side, and you didn't seek to get medical treatment.
Yeah, that's a little bit too much.
I just stay home and play PlayStation. My whole left side was bogus.
Man, all right.
So was it the first shot or the second shot, Matt? Because yours was
either or.
Nah, I heard it's the second shot.
Some was the first shot. You find. Some was the second shot. It was just like
playing
whatever.
Games with you.
When they heard that you could be off, then that's when I denied all.
Man, what happened to rain, sleet, or snow with y'all moms over there at the post office, man?
Ain't the same people no more, man.
No,
and then,
it's not.
And then last year, and it's a lot of bitterness because last year we saw all these people off, not working, and I literally have carriers last year who made $175,000 last year because they couldn't stop working 14-hour days, couldn't take their vacations, and they made $175,000 last year. And we didn't get a chance to stop. Everybody else stopped. We didn't stop. So there's a lot of bitterness that goes on with that, and you see a lot of people.
I thought Trump told y'all to slow down.
Trump did.
I thought Trump told y'all to slow down.
No,
it has everything to do with the person. Okay, if the person ain't willing to work, then it really ain't gonna get nothing.
Yeah, but
that person to work.
Being a mailman is hard work, man.
Jada, what are you doing? Why are you looking over your glasses?
The camera ain't your mirror.
Were you looking at a zit? All right. So what happened with me and Jada? We talking about vaccine sickness. All right. So my first dose, I was cool. I had a little. Everybody was complaining about the arm soreness. It was like on a pain scale from 1 to 10. It was a 1. It was nothing. Literally nothing.
Right.
The second dose. By the time I get home with the kids and everything, I was like, oh, that the little, what are they? I keep forgetting. I said it on pop. Lymph nodes. What is that under that? Glands. What is that?
Your tonsils.
This thing under here. This,
That's
them things right
tonsils.
here. Them things under there was swollen. I didn't feel well, and I was starting to get real tired. So I was like, man, let me lay down for a little bit. I never really ever get the nap. But I slept probably for like anywhere between 30 minutes to an hour. I was shocked when I woke up. I woke up at like 11 and I just felt low energy or whatever. The next day, I felt like shit. Then I started getting chills. Then I started getting hot flashes. My body did not respond well to this vaccine at all. I was tired. I had muscle weakness, sore muscles, like everything.
Man, how much of that was brain driven, bro?
No, you can't have hot flashes and chills from no.
There you go.
No.
Did your girl get sick too?
My girl never took it. But I think some people are just are different. Their body gonna respond to it different. I was definitely sick.
Like getting the flu shot. Some people gonna catch the flu.
Some people get sick taking a flu shot. But I legit. It wasn't nothing in the brain or nothing like that. Like we were supposed to do a podcast that night, and I told them all. I was like, hey, I can't do it. And I do something sick. Serena Mayo, no, with the interview, if you remember, I did the interview. I was sick as a dog that night. I did it anyway. But this shit right here, I couldn't take it. I tapped out.
It for yourself, Everybody want to take everybody else's experiences and make it their own.
Right.
Yeah. I'm a
what shot did you have, Paul? Did you get Pfizer or Moderna?
Pfizer. Yeah, I got the Pfizer.
Yeah, I did too, and I had the same kind of experience. My arm was sore like I had a tetanus shot when I got the first one, but the second one, it was crazy because for the first one I prepped. I took my vitamin D, I took my elderberry, Derek. I was ready for it, so I swear by elderberry, I do. the second one I didn't. I was smack dab in the middle of finals and I wasn't sleeping. I was getting probably like 3 or 4 hours of sleep. And I did not take my vitamins and stuff before I went. And I was sick as a dog after that second one. Like I had
See, that's the
fevers, I
thing
had
though,
chills, body aches,
because
everything.
Yes.
that's two things that you and Paul have in common. Yeah, y'all don't get good sleep. So how prepared was your body to just deal with the fact of, because if you're not getting good sleep, your immune system is already down.
Exactly.
So how prepared was your body to deal with that? Because everybody, I approved their time off, but everybody gave me the wink and the nod that they were just BSing and they was at home chilling.
No, I think it's people legit out here getting sick. No, I think it's people legit out here.
No, but that could be what it is. It could be
but
like a
I do
body,
believe I do believe it's a lot of fuckery going on out here.
How do you know you need 3 days? How do you know you're gonna need 3 days?
Right.
That part.
I don't think we need 3 days. I was sick maybe for about 18 hours. That's it. It was just a day.
They told them they got up to 72 hours. Everybody took up to 72
Everybody
hours.
took the full 72 hours.
My thing is, if this is
it's
supposed
a miracle.
to be
This
a
is more. I gotta go back
worldwide
to work and I feel
vaccine,
fine.
the miracle drug, the cure-all, why are so many different companies putting their hands in it? How do we know it's the same vaccine as Pfizer is making or Johnson & Johnson is making? We don't know.
They're not. That's we know that. We do know that they're not making the same vaccine.
I can't do it.
The Moderna and the Pfizer is an mRNA vaccine, and the Johnson & Johnson isn't. So the Novavax is not an mRNA. So we know they're not making the same vaccine, but at least there's some consistency between the two. I think the Pfizer vaccine is you take the first shot, then 3 weeks later you take the second shot. The Moderna is you take it, then a month later you take the next one. I think the Pfizer has a little bit, I think it's like maybe 2 percentage points higher efficacy than the Moderna, where the Johnson & Johnson is maybe like 20-30 off. So
here in Chester, we have the Johnson & Johnson. We don't even have access to the Pfizer, but they have the Johnson & Johnson set up at the community centers, at the local hospitals. But before we got the Johnson & Johnson, Pfizer had been pulled. It was told that Chester wasn't going to administer Pfizer anymore. They was going with Johnson & Johnson. So what happened with that Chester said, no, we don't want this one.
Probably
we want
money.
that one.
It's a matter of supply and demand at this point, because a lot of states, like Texas, are a little bit behind with the vaccination process. And when you can get a population of so many to just be one and done, it's the priority to give them the one shot, opposed to expecting them to come back for the second. Because what they were seeing is a lot of people, this was just in one of these articles I'll be following. It was just in the news where they were talking about they have so many people who have gotten one shot and not the other.
Right.
And that's a problem, because when you take your immune system only so far, but you don't take it fully there, you have people who, they're partially prepared for this vaccine, and it's a waste of resources. They still get sick and still have to be in a hospital with extreme symptoms.
Right.
They was like, oh, you can take Tylenol or ibuprofen, but I think for me, it was important. I mean, because I'm a nerd, so I was like, I want to see how my body does its natural immune system thing, and I want to see all of it. Yeah, I was being a lame about it. I was like, this is glorious. The body is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. So I went through the ways of watching my body get that fever, do the body aches, and all of that jazz, because to me it was validation that this virus actually works, for it to come back the second time and recognize.
The bottom line is, after everything you went through, would you still recommend somebody go do it?
Absolutely.
Yes, definitely. Because if I can get sick like that off a vaccine, like I told y'all before,
I don't want the real thing.
I don't think I can beat COVID.
It's just a taste.
I do not think I can beat COVID. And if something like that can get me sick, and y'all even said what's in the vaccine ain't nothing that can really hurt anybody. That shit knocked me down. And I'm a big dude. That shit knocked me down. Jada, do you think we're close to being back to normal? or any type of normalcy. Let me ask you this. I'm sorry. I'm gonna ask you a better question. I'm gonna ask it a better way, because I do think we're getting back to some normalcy soon, like maybe by like July. What is that normalcy gonna look like? That's a better question. Sorry about that. And then we'll get back to, are we getting back to normal?
For me, in my opinion, I don't think we can expect normal until the beginning of next year.
Ooh, shit.
Reason being, we still have not seen these babies fully back in school. And I think that's my biggest concern when we're talking about our children and them not being able to be vaccinated yet. The majority of our population is a young population.
Right.
And they have not gotten back in schools. And I think the fall will really be a testament, because they're trying to open the schools back, and how children communicate and engage with one another is completely irresponsible, because they're young and innocent. They have no idea of what 6 feet is and keeping that mask on. I just observed my son in the store on a consistent basis. I'm constantly telling him, lift the mask up, because he's sucking on the inside of the mask and pulling it off of his nose. These babies, they not, and we talking about even kids in high school. They gonna be back in school, back with their little girlfriends, kissing all over each other and stuff like that. Like, if normalcy depends on how the children engage with each other when they're back in school, we won't achieve that anytime soon until we have a vaccine that's safe.
Well, they are talking about, and we even mentioned this on a previous live. They're mentioning I think they've been approved for 12 to 15-year-olds as far as taking a vaccine. 16, and they are talking about, they also doing trials for kids from.
Yeah, in Canada they're doing it. Yeah, they've been doing.
Yeah, they're doing trials for kids from 12 and under. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I think that'll help us get to herd immunity. I don't personally think we gonna get to herd immunity this year, but I think it will be some level of.
I tell you one thing.
No, I don't think we are either, Derek. I agree.
Because Webfoot say everything gonna be fully open in Chicago by July 4th.
Who's Webfoot?
Yeah.
Who's Webfoot? Why you call her Webfoot?
Man, she might as well be a Webfoot. Lightfoot said everything gonna be fully open by July 4th.
I think she's being real strategic about that, Matthew, because she put it off to July, and they're doing this whole concert series for things that for people that's vaccinated. And I think it's very strategic how they're approaching it. Otherwise, they would have been like, "Oh, let's open in June," right? Because what they've been saying is, like, a lot of people who were like, "Okay, I'm going to get the vaccine," got the vaccine, and now we're looking at like 40% of people have either received one or both vaccines. And that's all the people that were like, "Oh, I'm getting the vaccine." How do we deal with those people now? It's like, I ain't getting it. I ain't never letting them touch my skin with a needle. Like, it's a lot of people that's in that mindset. Like, nah, it's not happening.
But so many people are so reckless, and that's why the numbers are ramping up. Like in the post office, man, we getting case after case of COVID, because people think that you taking the vaccine fortifies me. No, taking the vaccine fortifies me. It helps me. Well, if no, take the vaccine, then I ain't got to worry about taking the vaccine. No, vaccine is for me.
Let me play my job in here of worst case scenario, and you get all these people who were listening to you wear your mask for the other person. Now they think, if enough of y'all get vaccinated, I don't have to be vaccinated.
David actually said that in here. He said, I'll let y'all take the vaccine and I'll be cool.
He did.
The thing is, we will get sick and we will be okay. You will not.
That's the problem. It's not going to happen that way. That's your worst case scenario. Worst case scenario is you got vaccinated, and because you're vaccinated, that does not mean you cannot still get sick. You won't be as sick, but you can still get sick. So what if I take my not as sick and mix it with your full-blown unvaccinated ass when you have COVID? That's how you mutate this thing until you mutate this thing so many times that nothing that you can give will cure what this new monster dick COVID turned into. You see what I'm saying? It just continues to change. Now you can have this stuff where it can hop from me to me to you to you to you, and we vaccinated, so we ain't gonna catch it. But y'all, the people who are unvaccinated, are gonna start getting like a motherfucker because it can't. It's nowhere to go. And now you're changing it to something that will fuck up my shot. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. And before you know it, you're gonna open up so soon. You're gonna. I mean, honestly, this is one of those times where you and this really pisses me off, but it is one of those times if you're such a fucking flag toting American, I should be able to order you to take the shot. I should be able to order you to take it. That's it. Because if the president came out and said everybody in the military take the shot today, guess what's gonna happen? Them motherfuckers getting the shot.
Oh yeah, they
have no choice.
They getting that shot.
Commander in chief
nothing they can do. They get that shot.
I don't know about all that. You're gonna have to come take me up on my house. Sorry.
Hey, guess what?
To which I don't leave anyway. And I'm not one of those people that be like, if y'all vaccinated, then I'm cool. I need to make sure that
I hear you. But at some point,
you could get sick.
And it's not like I go outside. And when I do go outside, I wear my mask.
That's the problem. That's the problem.
I'm strictly quarantined.
It's not that way.
I order
it's
everything.
Not that way now.
So
it's not that way now. But now you have everybody opening back up.
You right.
So everybody, and you know how that's gonna go. I see all these people out going to Florida, man. I want to.
Oh man, see,
I see all these people. Yeah. I see all these people.
I'm supposed to be going to Florida in July.
That's
that's why I festival. I want to go to the festival. I come on TV and it's 4th of July light, and I see dancing in the street. Well, I want to go dance. Mm-hmm. And then you got these governors that's saying, "Oh, we ain't gonna do passports. We ain't gonna do COVID passports." They was actually COVID passport, basically a validation that you actually been
right.
Yeah, but
in order for you to do stuff, you need to show that card.
Hey, that's that card.
Now that's true.
But
now,
I'm saying, but you're gonna have so many people who
plans not to go anywhere. It's just at the moment I don't see the need for me to go anywhere. So,
but I'm saying when you start seeing people, when you start seeing people have fun because they got the shot, you're gonna have a lot of people, especially Republicans especially Republicans who said they ain't gonna get it. You're gonna see a lot of people saying, "Well, if y'all out, I'm out," because y'all, like Matthew said, y'all been tested, so it's good for me because I don't have to get it. And you're gonna see a lot of people get spike up with COVID again.
It's too much. Texas, 40,000 people at a baseball game. 40,000 people at a baseball game in Texas.
No social distancing.
The thing is that when we're talking about fun and when we're talking about certain things that appeal to us and getting out there and I'm going to the streets according to my name, right? it is very different for everybody. So I agree with Nina. I agree with you. It might not be what's fun for me, but it's going to be what's comfortable, and you're going to get in a relaxed state of mind that those things I've done it. Mm-hmm. As health conscious as I've been, like I was just at a wedding, and I'm vaccinated. And at one point, I'm running around and I'm so busy, and I forgot I didn't have my mask on. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, dang, and I did the responsible thing. I've gotten myself tested after that. Even though I'm vaccinated, that still doesn't mean that I'm exempt from getting sick. I can still get sick. Right. I'm just not going to be as symptomatic. I think the biggest concern for me, and this is what I was going to ask you, because I hear, you saying you had a little bit of objection about it, and we were talking about, the different variations of the shots in the beginning and the efficacy. I think my biggest concern is the people who don't want to get vaccinated, I'm assuming yourself included, have not based that fear in fact. And I don't mean to be offensive, but I know a lot of people who are saying, I don't want to get vaccinated, but they don't even know what's in the vaccine to fear. Look it up. Look up each different shot.
I have.
Okay. Yeah, because I didn't know if you did because you were saying you don't know what thing.
I have done my research. I know that there were 3 different companies making the shot. Now they're just the 2. I do know the common symptoms, the uncommon symptoms. I know that is also almost kind of it's different for everybody. Everybody's got their own outtake. It affects everybody different. I'm well aware of that.
Okay. Yeah.
I
think that you're probably an anomaly because a lot of people they say, oh, it's too fast. It's this. The science has been around for so long.
Oh, it has.
It's not new science.
Okay,
It's science that they've been testing on people for a while. And,
it's kind of
a lot
almost
of,
like
go
how
ahead.
penicillin came about, right? Kind of like how penicillin came about. Well, I'm allergic to penicillin. So what about those people like me who are allergic to certain medications to which you don't, specify that's in these particular, because any vaccine always starts at the penicillin level, penicillin level. But if it's any type of penicillin, whether it be downgraded, retrograded, however graded, I'm gonna fucking die.
I see what she's saying. I see the point she's trying to make.
I get it. And she's speaking from a very specific standpoint where she actually has an argument, but it can't be the argument for everybody.
Right.
Oh no,
we're talking about anomalies. Like we're talking about when we talk about the rate of people who are actually having adverse symptoms or dying from this vaccine. So it's not even 1%.
Minute.
It's not even 0.01%.
I'm not saying that everybody don't go take the vaccine. No, if you want to take the vaccine, please go do that. But because
I think we just got to be careful with the rhetoric. Yeah.
Right. Because I have chosen not to, I'm also not being irresponsible by being outside every day, going to the store every day. Like I'm strictly quarantined. Like me and my kids are strictly quarantined because we have not had the vaccine.
All right. Okay. I see what she's saying. I think she's saying like, she's probably never been exposed to some things that are in this vaccine. How does she know she's not allergic to some of that stuff that's in it?
Right. She's not going to be one of those cases.
If they tested it on people who are allergic to penicillin, they haven't released that information to say, okay, there was somebody in the placebo group and there was somebody in the vaccine group that are both allergic to penicillin and it didn't have an adverse effect. I hear what you're saying.
And I would call. You know what? And I'm thankful that you explained that, because you're not the type of person that's spreading a rhetoric of people don't get vaccinated, because I don't know what'll happen to me. So you don't know what's in there.
Man, I would love to have somebody. I would love to have somebody on here that really go hard against that rhetoric, like with that rhetoric.
I might be able to help you out with that. No, I'm serious.
I think we all know like 10 of them at least.
I might be able to help you out with that.
I think we all know like 10 of these people that, you don't know what's in there. David's one of them. You don't know what's in there. Yeah. Johnson & Johnson. I mean, I don't know, man.
The thing is that we don't know what's in a lot of stuff that we still put in our body.
That's what I told my father, because my father is one of them as well.
Fast food, all of these things that we consume on a day-to-day basis. And this is the funny part about it. We were talking about farm-raised fish, right? We were talking about like the genetically modified tilapia and all of these different fish products and food products that's on the shelf that we eat every day, and we like, this can alter your DNA. Absolutely, it can alter your DNA when you're putting things in your body that is going to change the chemistry of the cells in your body, right? But guess what? We throw a little hot sauce on it and we throw it in our mouth.
Hey,
like I told my father, man, you don't even know you don't even know what's in the pork chop you eat. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know. You don't know like drink. Right, most of the food that's out right now is processed food. Like
we should be more scared. Like
it's made in a lab. A lot of this stuff is made in a lab, just like the damn COVID vaccine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, the new seedless grapes that they got, they genetically altered without the
seedless
watermelon.
Have you guys ever ate seedless watermelon?
Nope.
I wouldn't trust anything like that.
No, please give me regular watermelon. I want to spit my seeds out. Thank you.
All right. This is something I want to talk about. This is something I want to talk about right
now. Yeah, because I don't want to talk about black people and watermelon no more.
Listen, what is going on in India, man?
Oh, that's so sad.
Man, I was watching CNN and they just had the camera in there for like 10, 15 minutes. these people, I mean, it's people in there just dying, like
I can't watch
on the
stuff like
ground, like. And
That's actually
it's so
sad to
bad over there
watch.
that the doctors are treating these people with no PPE. Like they just
It's like,
open
what do it
face,
matter?
open
Bro,
Problem.
bro.
open
That's the problem,
face,
Paul,
no
they don't
gloves,
have it.
just
Did you
treating
watch
people.
it? Did you watch it last night, bro?
Mm-mm.
They locked these people out of the emergency room, and then they beating on the door. When they finally beat the door open, they open up the emergency room. The doctors are gone.
Mm.
People just in the ER dying,
Yeah,
and they were trying to figure out where all the doctors at. The lady had told the doctors to go run and hide because the day before, the doctor was in there working on people, and they camp folk was dying, and they started beating up the doctors because
wow.
their people was dying.
Mm.
So they was like, if they start beating on the door, just run and lock yourself in the room. And they beat the door down. They get up in the ER, ain't nobody in there. People just on gurneys dying. The doctors in the room hiding
It is
because they don't want to get beat to death.
Man.
Who
We
won't
all seen the Ten Commandments, right?
Yeah.
They say it's airborne like the angel of death in India.
Bro.
It's just a green fog just
Man,
in the
it's
air.
bad out there, man.
It's
Like
in the air. It's just
we thought
So
we
y'all
had
know
it
what
bad
happened,
at
right?
the height. What happened?
Y'all know what happened, right? So when I started seeing what was going on, I'm like, how did they get to this point? And it was articles circulating that, their politicians, in an attempt to kind of just like gain popularity and kind of, sit well with the people, they were going around saying like, oh, India has the best diet. Indian people have the strongest bodies in the world. They didn't see the second wave as quickly as we did. They're actually going through their second wave now, where we all went through our second wave like 5-6 months ago. And they were like, oh, see, we're not getting a second wave because we're better. We're favored. Our bodies are stronger. And they literally had people in India believing that India had beat COVID. And they told them people, y'all
They had
safe. We
people
don't have
in
to wear
India.
masks. And then they
Yeah.
They
came
had
to that
people.
little celebration to go to the sea, and over 2 million people went.
They had
Was
people
it?
in India acting like people in Texas, Louisiana, and Florida.
Mhm.
So we could talk about India,
but this is
but
a
let's
country.
not let's not get
It's a
too
whole
slick with
country.
India. Let's
Yeah.
not get too
I
slick
mean,
with India
With
because
billions of people in this country.
Yeah, but they say it's
Hold on.
and they was talking about they was traveling from like Delhi to Goya and all of these different places,
Yeah,
just tourism,
and we're
just up
traveling to New Orleans and to
in
Miami
Florida,
Beach.
Miami, yeah. Spring
Now,
break.
see,
They
So
essentially went on a mass spring break in India. Like they were saying,
this
like
is what I
went
don't
literally
understand.
millions of
they
people.
went on a pilgrimage on the Hajj.
Exactly. There you go.
Well,
And all
I
of those people
That's
went
no
back home
different.
sick.
I
That's no
understand that the
different from spring
doctors
break.
got to be there to save people and everything, but why the doctors can't be people too? I mean, no offense to the people that went there for help, but if you start beating somebody up, I'm pretty sure they're not gonna help you anymore.
No.
And for the
Oh.
doctors to tuck tail and run and be like, okay, I'm not saving y'all. Y'all really had to been like for real violent.
Oh,
on that motherfucker.
they were whooping their ass.
But
Yeah, they
not
will
even
do
that.
that.
And here's the
Not
thing.
even that.
Here's the
Nina.
thing. If I got on my mask and I'm trying to save your loved one, and you come beat me up, yanking my mask off, there's COVID in the air. Like this, your loved one's there dying. I need to keep my mask.
Not only that,
save my own ass.
Not only that,
yeah.
Nina, these doctors are in a position where they don't have the proper tools to even fight it.
Yeah.
So, but they're still there. So to have somebody coming in trying to, beating down the door and touching you,
And
I'm leaving. I don't care what situation. I might it might not even
I'm
get to
risking
that
my life
point.
already to be here.
Right.
Yeah, and I don't blame them for hiding, and they should, because now not only are you risking my life, but you risking yours, your loved ones, and everybody else is in here.
I'm gonna speak real light on this, but the issue is it's already a foregone. It's already. I mean, these people are, and this is a horrible term to say about real humans, but these people are the walking dead. At the point that you get here, you have COVID and you're in distress. and you're coming to the hospital for oxygen, and I don't have oxygen for you. And even when we saw that with the cases here, even people who were intubated, even people who were put on oxygen, most people put on oxygen never recovered. So you're coming here, dying.
Right.
You come in here dying and in need of oxygen to give you a fighting chance when that very oxygen can make you so reliant on it that you never get off it and you die. Well, here's the rub. We don't got oxygen here for you to give you, we're out of oxygen. And that's a failure on the government. That's the problem. You got Modi over there buying new palaces and niggas don't have hospitals that can provide oxygen to people.
And that's it right there. They were talking about that caste system that's been there for, I don't know, since the beginning of India, and you had people literally like, I have all this money. What do you mean I can't save my family? Well, your money, was buying, like you said, palaces and gold instead of, investing in a system that takes care of everybody. You invested in your wealth and your family. And that's the danger of having an extreme capitalist or caste system where, poor worry about themselves and rich is, above all of these struggles. When a struggle becomes unbiased and don't discriminate on who is attached, you get humbled real quick.
We kind of flipped, whereas we were in high demand for vaccines, but now it seems like we got a surplus because a lot of people just ain't taking the vaccine or they not going back to take their second. So we got this surplus of vaccines. Should we be sending that stuff to India?
They already are.
So what they decided to do was send over the AstraZeneca that we wasn't using.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
What kind of effectiveness would that have for people who've already?
Well, not all of them have it,
but so many. And they are potentially
one and two people in like their major cities. 1 in 2.
We ain't tested. We ain't using it, but they can have it.
Yeah, we not even using this stuff. It's just sitting there, waiting for use. And I don't think we'll ever approve it because again, for what? We got vaccines that ain't being used now.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's gonna do
nothing. The thing is, well, if they test it and you don't get it, and this one helps you out, then at least you
might be one of the lucky.
Pop it in my arm. Look, if you wanted to,
one of the few.
Yeah, I was looking at it. It was like they literally had like a 54% positive.
You guys don't. I mean, and it's funny. It's funny, but you guys don't really know.
It is 54%.
You guys don't.
That means like more than like.
You got it.
Exactly.
Right. They don't even need to. They don't even do it. You don't even need the swab. You just put them in a line and be like, "You got it. You got it. You got it."
You ain't got it.
This is the problem.
Cool. You're not cool. You're cool.
Exactly.
This is the problem with. This is the problem, and I hate to keep blaming him, but he was such a dickhead. This is the problem with the Trump era.
Yeah.
Because you had so many people
apologizing for Trump.
I didn't apologize. I just said I hate to. I just don't like. Look, man, you put this stuff on YouTube. I gotta go to work, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I gotta keep remembering who buttered my bread. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
that's a good little inside joke. But you had so much talk about how it wasn't what it was. You had so much talk from China, from the previous administration, from dudes down in Colombia, from Modi in India. You had so much talk for people trying to spin it, and in that spin, you built this resistance, the same resistance we're seeing here in the United States from Republicans who still think it's a hoax, that the coronavirus is a hoax. And no matter how many people they know then died, or how many people CNN or Fox or whoever tell them that. So you have all this stuff driving this hoax that people just don't take this stuff serious.
No.
I mean, Pfizer now is getting sweated by Brazil, who's trying to buy up a whole bunch of Pfizer vaccines, and Brazil was just like Trump saying it didn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you have all these people that now are at the brink of death. And I'm telling you, bro, y'all really should think about how dangerous it is if 50% of India has COVID. How dangerous that is to India. How dangerous that India is a nuclear power. You know, neighboring with Pakistan, who's another nuclear power, who's in constant opposition with them. I mean, this can get this kind of shit where you saying half a population got COVID. This kind of stuff reshapes the world.
Take advantage of, yeah.
It reshapes the world, and this is the danger of just not being honest and completely on point the whole time, because you allow shit like this to get out of our control. These are the things that we see how movies start. I think, Paul, you were saying it the other day. This is how I Am Legend started. It actually started with a cure. It started with a cure that wasn't that you swap the cure for a pandemic and it's the same movie.
Yeah, that's some valid points that you brought up, Derek, as far as, really understanding like the political implications that this disease has, and people not taking it serious. Even when I talk to my people back in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, a lot of them are of like a Rastafarian mindset, and they are not fooling with that vaccine.
Natural healing.
Exactly.
Right.
Natural healing.
And I'm gonna be Gucci. And I'm like, and they like, you got the vaccine? I'm like, darn straight, I got the vaccine.
From the earth.
Like, oh my gosh, they
all
shot.
you need.
Mother Earth has all you need.
No, because when I first went down there, I had my locks and
fat
everything, so they thought I was Rasta, and I'm like, nah, I ain't Rasta, I'm Christian. Like, I'm
Rastafari.
See, that's just the thing. Rasta, whether it's Rasta, Christian, Muslim, Hindu, whatever, you at some point, where is your faith in the doctors that God put on this earth?
I believe God created medicine, and He just gave us a little snippet of what He got in store. Oh my gosh!
Hey, which one of y'all in here got a PPP loan?
Not I. Wasn't fooling with it.
I heard the fund ran dry.
I know people who did, and I actually have a business. I wanted to try.
You should have got you one. You should have got you one and then sent me a little check. You should have got
you
you a little loan and then like cut me a little. I could be on a payroll and just slide one over to me.
Legitimate business. This is so easy to get and maintain and be on the up and up. If you was legit.
And they got forgivable ones. They got forgivable ones where you don't have to pay them.
All of them are forgivable.
Wait, all of them?
Yes.
If you have a legitimate
then why they call it a loan? Why do they call it a loan?
Here's the thing: they're loaning you the money. Mm-hmm. If you have a legitimate business and they do the audit and you use it for a legitimate reason, it becomes a grant, and so it's your money. But if they find out that you didn't use it for legitimate reasons, now we got to talk about back payments and figuring it out and this, that, and the third. This is why these banks are getting involved, because they're taking the loans to do the investigation, because the government's going to pay them or you're going to pay them, one or the other. Absolutely. But if it's a grant, the government pay them. If it's a loan, then you pay them. If it was misused, then you go to jail.
Exactly.
And it's a lot of people. They arrested a dude the other day in Boston who got the PPP loan for a pizzeria. He claimed more employees than he had. He claimed the pizzeria was bigger and had more sales than it did. Once he got the loan, he sold the pizzeria, brought a farm, took the money from the sale and the PPP loan to start raising alpacas.
Yeah. He had a plan, though.
Hey, you know what? I ain't even mad at my man. I'm not even mad at my man. At least he had a plan. He had vision.
I'm upset.
He flipped the business to something more viable.
Man, this is alpaca. Bro. You don't
alpaca, bro.
I'm
upset, bro. You ever felt how soft alpaca feel, bro? He had it written out, bro.
He want that Frank.
I'm
Lucas
upset because now that he's in jail, who's taking care of my goddamn alpacas?
Okay. So poor alpacas.
Alpacas out.
Goddamn alpacas.
They walk around. One up on top of the roof.
You can't
I'm
keep
gonna
our
tell you
Packers in
something.
Boston
I'm
like
gonna
that.
tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. If that story was publicized like you said, then my Packers is cool. Because there's some folks out here that like animals much more than they like humans. Them our Packers right now are living like kings.
They being fed grapes.
It's actually probably somebody who got a PPP loan for their alpaca farm. It's a legit. They got a legit PPP loan for their alpaca farm. This dude stole the pizzeria, kept the loan. Alpaca.
I ain't
know
even.
a lot of people who got
his
them.
ass in jail too.
Man,
one
woman was reporting. She looked at somebody in her. One of my carriers was like somebody in her city of Homewood had a balloon company. And they got $124,000 in PPP money.
Wait,
wait. Balloons are like 2 cents a piece.
A balloon company?
But balloons are like 2 cents. They like a penny.
Were they blowing up the balloons and like putting helium in it or something? Or they really was legit making
I don't
penny
think so.
balloons?
What could $124,000 do for you for balloons? Like it was like she do balloons, like balloon presentations type stuff. For $124,000, you know she going to jail.
Yeah, and
it's somebody on my Facebook page. I believe he got a PPP loan, and he used his PPP loan to barbecue for the neighborhood.
Yeah, I saw that. He on my page too. He juking though, man. He got a candy store. He got a candy store. They was out there making snow cones and shit.
And nachos.
I
was ground beef with meat.
Oh my God, man, that's funny.
Did I send y'all the link in the chat where you can search people by name for PPP loan? No, I got that right.
You did. Because you checked all of ours, right, to make sure nobody fraudulently got it.
I checked y'all to make sure that somebody we know didn't pull no funny bunny with Johnny's money. That was just as a precaution. I checked y'all. I wasn't looking for something. I was doing some name variations to somebody we know, some aliases to one of our family members that's a little shaky.
Got you.
Man, please.
Just making sure we all on the up and up.
I did not know all of them. I thought some of them was forgivable, and people was just living vicariously in a moment, like just taking the money. Like, I'll pay them back.
Yeah, like on the upwards of, like y'all said, $100,000, and ain't got a business, ain't got nothing going on.
You might have a little balloon company, but it ain't. You don't even generate $124,000 per annum. So what you need $124,000?
But see, that's the thing.
Per annum.
People don't read the fine print. Now we all know the likelihood of people who got these loans that ain't gonna get in trouble. But we all know to make those people not get in trouble, the people who are gonna get in trouble are gonna get in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, if you got a PPP loan for a balloon, that's not what it was for. How many employees did she have? Because the PPP loan was supposed to be to play your
protection. Payroll protection.
There you go.
And keep how many people you got blowing balloons up? You got to employ the whole block.
They claimed every helium tank that they had. Helium tank.
Man, here's the thing. With my luck, man, I done went to jail, bro. Like you got people out here using this. People out here using this with no intentions, ain't never thought about owning a company or having a company or running a company.
Some people
or some even working for a company, and they gonna be fine.
A lot of people
they gonna be fine. But somebody like me, bro, they gonna hem me up, bro.
You know better. You got a job.
Yeah, you know.
Who you think you are doing this? For these people that's nobodies, they'll just throw them away. Like, hell, man, we ain't gonna pursue them. We ain't gonna get nothing out of that. But overpopulated prison system, we ain't gonna get no money out of them. They might be able to put you on a payment plan to pay, $2,000 a month.
Right. But ain't no payment plan, bro. You going to jail? We season your assets.
I'm gonna tell you what they're gonna do. The most egregious people, and the people who come into court with a public defender. Mm-hmm. So your black and browns, they can't get a lawyer, can't say, Your Honor, this is my first offense. I'll pay the fine. I'll pay the whatever. They're going to jail. The alpaca dudes are just out there bogus, Mr. Alpaca Farmer, you're going to jail. But there's going to be a lot of people who skirt that line who's going to be like, he can afford a lawyer. It ain't worth the fight. We'll just let it ride. But to get to that number, I got to put a lot of y'all in jail, and we know that black and brown going to jail. I don't even know. The people need to realize when they playing these hustles that everybody can play. Chances are you gonna be the one they catch.
Exactly.
Like busting a U-turn, my brother.
Yeah.
I see 13 people bust a U-turn every day. The moment I do it, you better believe
because we know better.
Officer. I bust a U-turn, but 4 other people did it before me. Yeah, but I like your black ass.
You look like you got too much sense to be doing something like that.
Bro, I got hit with the. You see all these people speeding, and you pull me over. You was the only one that stopped.
I'm definitely the one that keep going and act like I didn't see the cops. I've done that before. And it was perfectly fine. I was like the dude that was behind me. I was like, I don't even know why you stopped, bro.
I ain't gonna say how
because if the police did follow me longer and I did eventually stop and he asked why didn't you stop, I'm be like, I didn't know you was pulling me over. I thought you were pulling them over.
Yeah, I've seen a cop pull 3 people over at one time speeding. Y'all some simps. All 3 of y'all pulled over.
Bro,
you only need one.
The last time I did it, the cop did that, bro. I hit that cop. I put that car in track mode. I was gone. He was like, he got out of the car. He was like, you. No. You standing. You got to catch me now. You got to get in the car.
You got to get back in the car and catch me. Yeah. No, I play dumb.
Right there.
I play straight up dumb in that situation.
You're not gonna stand up and point me over to the. you're gonna point my car over to the side. Like, yeah, you got your 2, bro. You got your 2.
You think we're just gonna line up and just let you give us tickets?
I'm gonna wait 40 minutes for you to write the first 2 tickets, then get to me next. No. Officer,
exactly.
I
ain't gonna tell
there you go.
Oh my gosh, y'all ain't doing my sister right. Y'all ain't doing my girl.
Hey, I didn't put that makeup on her.
We have look. Let me give y'all a woman's perspective. We have all.
You ain't never came out the house looking like that.
We have all gotten shade.
No, Jada, you're not finna do this on my live. Look. You ain't never came out of the house looking like that. Look how I'm
a woman of my beauty product.
She looked like when Flex played Michael Jackson.
She do.
Bro.
She do.
She looks so bad.
Y'all don't understand.
Fire the whole team.
Bro, and here's the thing. I've been noticing.
Realize, but why? Either you have to realize you can't do your own makeup.
That's
or you have to fire the person who keep putting you out there like that.
That's it.
Why? But why?
No, the thing is, whoever did her makeup should have looked at those images and told her, do not post that. Your shade is off. But I'm going to show y'all something, though.
It ain't even a shade. It ain't just that. It's because it looked like she got surgery on her nose.
No,
you can't have the contrast.
No, that's a different nose, man. That ain't the same nose she always had.
I have to blend.
Now, actually, because here's the thing. I went to her website the same day that these whole pictures came out, and she had a recent post picture up there. It's just bad makeup, bro. She just tried to contour and
this
highlight
ain't nothing new though. I've been noticing ever since she had the baby, she looked off. She looked off. Her face looked different, man. I don't know if she taking Botox or what, man.
With that Sammy Sosa.
She is not a woman that's comfortable in her beauty.
This is what I wanted to ask. This is what I want to ask. What drives a woman to do something like this? Like what is?
She was feeling herself. Like she just posted a picture. She thought she was looking cute. The post was more so about her shoes than it was.
What is it about? No, so she's shades lighter, a lot of shades lighter.
20 shades lighter.
It wasn't that off.
Oh,
it's pretty off. It's pretty off.
Look at the contrast between her face and the feet.
Jadalyn, she is not a light skinned woman. She is a dark skinned woman. Okay,
she's loved for
these are the amount of foundations I have to mix.
I get it. But Serena Williams, listen, she is a dark skinned woman.
That is true.
She is not a light skinned woman. Yes, that was about
It was
15 shades off.
Honestly,
feet to face.
They don't have that many shades for dark skinned women, so it was probably
Well,
about.
she didn't go from a dark skinned woman to a dark skinned woman.
But
She went from a dark skinned woman to a light skinned woman.
But she's a millionaire. She should be able to have any shade she wants.
She in there doing that herself, man. She in there. She doing no, man.
See, but
these folks shop at Target and stuff just like we do, and Bade, Maybelline and stuff just like we do.
I don't think Serena Williams in
Target and Walmart.
She probably got a shopper or somebody that go do that for her.
She probably got that good makeup made from ambergris and
don't she have her own makeup line? Don't she have her own makeup line?
She has her own clothing.
Fire the whole team.
Yeah, her folks try.
I'm too rich. I'm too rich and too well known for y'all to let me out here like this.
Yeah. She don't say something about it.
You know what I'm saying? Do I have final approval on these pictures or not? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure if she had final approval on the picture, she would look at that picture and she was like, "Nah, not this one, y'all. Not this one.
Y'all better Photoshop my face dark. Y'all better Photoshop my face back dark."
Did she have the final say so on the release of the picture? Or
she thought she was looking good. I don't know.
Oh, actually, I take that back. She might think it's okay because she have it on her Instagram right now.
On her personal Instagram.
On her personal Instagram right now. But the thing is, you can look at a picture.
Oh my God!
You can look at a picture just from 3 days ago, and the nose the nose is there. I mean, it's the Serena Williams that we recognize from 3 days ago. Mm-hmm. You look at her picture from that photo shoot, and it looks off. It looks off.
No, I ain't seen Serena Williams look the same in a long time. I try to look at what you were saying, but everything I've seen from Serena Williams since she had that baby, it's something off about her face.
She's getting something done.
It's puffy or something.
Yeah, it's puffy in the cheeks.
Yeah, the cheekbones is all it's something different.
I'm not trying to be racist, nothing, but her face is starting to get like that thing. You know what I'm saying?
It's wide. It's like wide,
and it's getting more rigid.
She's getting older.
No, man, it look like something.
I have to. Women should not be this highly scrutinized when it comes to their.
Don't you start that bullshit.
After they have children.
Hey.
She's beautiful after she's had children. Now, what she's doing to herself now,
it's makeup. It ain't like she had surgery.
Hold on, fellas. Hold on. We're talking about one picture. We're talking about one makeup job. We're talking about one situation. If you turn this into a black woman thing, I'm gonna boot your ass.
Paul mentioned and talking about this is how she been since she had her baby.
Yes.
That's a longitudinal.
No, I've noticed the difference in her face. I got a picture right here. This is from 8. When did she have a baby?
I think Lex and the baby is about 3 or 4.
All right, hold on. I'm about to show you a picture.
But I got to.
No, you don't. Keep it on the topic.
Do y'all see that?
Yeah, I don't think she look any different.
That is not how Serena Williams looked when she. No, don't say no. No, that is different. This from last year. She's been looking weird for probably seemed like 2-3 years. She's been looking weird. She don't look how she's
getting old. She's getting old, and she can't do her own makeup. That's it.
Yeah. She's not a woman comfortable in her own.
I don't know.
Never has been.
I don't know. It's something there. I don't know if it's
that she look like a man. That she's not this. She's not.
Hey! Kill it.
Because I heard some of the announcers on when she was in Wimbledon stuff. They were like, "Oh, and last year when she wore that cat suit, they were just, they were like, oh my God,
I love me some Serena Williams 7 years ago. You know,
I was like,
you still can get it. I'm just saying. So it ain't no issue.
But it's something different in the way she looks.
Go to her IG and look at the picture from 3 days ago on her IG. So we know that there's a plain face. There's a plain face that we love behind that. It's every time that she gets made up, she looks like she can't do. She looks like a monster.
My question is why and even on that last picture I just showed, Why the attempt to not look dark skinned? That's all I want to talk about right now. Why the attempt to not look?
Dark skin is who she is. Dark skin is what we love.
And that's the thing. Like,
brothers was out here clamoring for some Serena,
and
white men,
you know, and some white men. But
we like her plain face, plain hair, dominating, kicking ass. That's it. But these red cheeks and stuff, when she put this makeup on, she's going for a look that we just don't like. We don't like the look.
We don't like her with rosy red cheeks.
But my question, Derek, my question is why though? Why is she trying to look?
She's getting.
No, she's not. Little Kim did it. What's up with that? Little Kim did it. Sammy Sosa did it.
Little Kim
did something totally different.
Entire appearance.
Sammy Sosa, bro.
Little Kim looked awful.
Alien.
Yeah.
I just think she's getting older and she's trying to look a certain way, and she needs to know that it's not necessary for us. Now, maybe it's necessary for her. She's the one that look at it in the mirror. We all, you know how people get these.
Maybe that's what her man like, you know?
No, because he got her looking the way she used to look.
Hey, he see a fresh face in the morning. I would like to see a fresh face in the morning too. You know,
maybe
not like that, but I'm saying to us, all she got to be is fresh face. You know, right. We don't need all the extras. I don't bring it up because honestly, the poll is a trick. To be perfectly honest, and it was funny to not say. You just liked it because you knew I was on some funny.
It's some BS.
You know me. Hey, but the poll is a trick because everybody know what it is. Everybody answered in the comments truthfully, but when they put the stuff on the poll, they went into their little. I don't want to be wrong. I don't want to be. I gotta have it my way, and it's crap. Here it is. Is agreeing to disagree a real thing, or do some people just not want to concede they're wrong? And the options is agree to disagree is an option to keep the peace. It's a real thing. It's not a real thing. It's an escape tactic to end the conversation or other.
Yes.
And if you think about it, I gave you 4 options of the same thing.
You stress me out with this.
Basically, anytime somebody's told me, let's agree to disagree, they were dead wrong, and they knew they were dead wrong, and they couldn't pivot out of an argument.
No, they're tired of hearing your mouth.
No, because if you're tired of hearing my mouth, you would just walk away. When you say agree to disagree, you're still trying to have some chips at the poker table.
Yep.
You still trying to fight, but you don't want to fight, because if that's really what it means and you didn't want to hear somebody's voice, you just stop talking or you walk away. But when you say let's agree to disagree, that's saying, hey, I want you to stop talking because you're making too much sense. All right. So yes, in most cases, yes.
You know what the fundamental problem is with that? I'm going to be real short about it, or maybe not, because they say, well, we're just gonna have to agree to disagree. I'm not agreeing to that. You've already made and put me in a position where you're saying I agree to something I didn't agree to. We're gonna have to agree to disagree. I'm not agreeing. So how would you? Then that's the woman technique of just saying, "Oh, I'm better what you say. We just gonna agree to disagree." I'm not agreeing.
I need to say this statement.
How you gonna just put me in an agreement with you?
Move on to the next.
I didn't sign on the contract that we agreed.
No, this the last one, Jada. Before we get out of here,
I'm not talking about this particular topic. I'm saying when I get in a conversation with somebody, Derek has gotten me so turned off to this statement. Even with other conversations with people other than him, I hate even using this. I'm just like, you know what? Change the subject. We're not gonna see eye to eye. Let's go on. What's next?
Because it's some bullshniggy.
No, because it is.
Hold on. Let me explain something to you.
To have somebody.
I'm explaining something to you.
You're right. Like
when you're
simply don't think you're right. Get over yourself and stop trying to
hold
me to agree.
Hold on. Let me get. This is what you said.
Basically, we agree to disagree.
Hold on, Matt. Let me get her while she's there. If I don't think you're right.
No, I don't. You're not right. You're not
right.
Right.
But you didn't say that. You didn't say I wasn't right. You said if I don't think you're right, I'm just going to agree to disagree.
No,
but that's the problem.
Say that.
You don't want to concede. You don't want to concede that you're wrong.
I lost.
You don't want to take
not
into
the case. It's the fact that I believe that I am correct.
But here's the real issue.
You believe that you're correct. I believe that I'm correct. At the end of the day, we're not going to reach an agreement unless we have some type of facts to pull out.
Because at the end of the day, one of us is lying.
Interested in pulling out the facts so that we can decipher this together, who is actually right, then end the conversation.
And here's the thing.
But if you say that you in your heart believe that 2 + 2 is 3, in your heart, but you know that the axiom is 2 + 2 is 4, just because you believe it to be
never that simple, Matthew.
But I'm just saying, but you have to simplify it.
You can literally say 2 + 2 = 4.
Because you have to
always
simplify
something that's a matter of opinion or controversial fact.
It's not always a matter of opinion. A lot of it is factual
because of something that's that simple.
But we have to simplify it. I can't go into the biggest explanation of it because I could beat you with facts after facts after facts. Well, that's what you. Well, I'm just gonna agree to disagree.
I'm ignorant. Like if somebody doing all of that, and you're telling them
it happens every single day.
It happens a lot.
I don't have this particular situation happen to me in a moment where someone is spewing facts. It's usually me and Derek having this argument, and I'm coming to the table with my facts, and he's coming to the table with his facts. Sometimes it's a matter of him coming to the table with his opinion, and he just believes strongly.
You want to know what y'all two problem is?
Mine.
You want me to tell y'all what y'all two problem is?
The same.
I have a problem.
Yeah, yeah, both of y'all, because both of y'all, for whatever reason, and this is what it seems like right now. Y'all just love being right.
Yeah,
and you love being right to the point where like it means like you can walk away. I told Derek before, you don't always have to change people's mind. You can just let people believe what they want to believe.
But you know, when you got two
alphas, I'm walk away.
It's gonna be that way. You know what I'm saying?
It's rooted in pride.
I've been quiet long enough. I live in a world where there is a right and there's a wrong.
We all do.
I
don't believe in gray areas myself. It's black or white.
No, it's black or white. There's a right and a wrong. Derek don't talk if Derek don't know that he's right. That's the first thing. I don't debate my opinion. If I can't prove it, I don't have nothing to say.
But here's the thing, Derek.
Hold on. Let me get it out. The question that I put in there is because people can't concede. They can't change their mind. They can't be presented with a fact and accept it as a fact
and take
and
that
then just say, let me enter that fact into my statement of facts or thought process.
That's why
and reprocess.
And that's why racism.
It's always, if I accept your fact.
I hear you, Matthew.
If I accept your fact, it chips away at what I want to do.
That's why.
And if it chips away at what I want to do, then let's just agree to disagree.
That's why racism.
This is me. This is me.
Hold on. This is the thing. Hold on. I'm almost there. And this is the thing. When you're in the debate, the first person who insults lost. When you're in a conversation, the first person to say, let's agree to disagree, has ran out of points.
They can't pivot no more.
You can't pivot no more. The choice you have is to either accept what you said and enter it into my brain to process with all the stuff I feel, or just say, I reject it flat out. So let's just agree to disagree.
You know how many...
I won't agree to be wrong with you. I'm not.
Yeah, that's why I don't even say it no more. I'm just going to reject your truth because it does not matter.
I reject your truth.
That is the dumbest shit you could ever say.
I'm not because somebody needs me to concede for them to feel better about themselves.
Here you go, sir. This is a card. A card for rejecting your truth.
It belongs to you. It belongs to you.
Wow.
This is a
truth
wall.
is the truth.
This is a wall of rejection.
No, honey.
The truth is the truth.
No, it's not. The thing is, people have their own. People have their own ideas of what the truth is.
I think Jada about to agree to disagree.
No, I give Derek the satisfaction. No,
I think Jada. I think it's. I think it's a time for Jada. I think it's time for you to agree to disagree.
No,
just that you reject what he's saying in Jesus' name, and that's all. That's what you
Nope.
say. I reject that in Jesus' name, and just move on.
I'm gonna tell you, bro. We had so many of these issues growing up because people can't conceive that. My mom's the worst. My mom would get to the point where she say it, Jada. I don't care if she did. I know she did. I hear her in the background. She'd say, "So you calling me a lie?"
That's how it is. And you better,
really?
You know what? Never mind.
So I'm gonna call the preacher's wife a lie and gets punched in the face because she gonna punch you full fist. She ain't gonna get a belt. She's gonna punch you if you call her a liar. Or I just have to take all my facts and go the fuck home. It's like
swallow that.
So it's like you get into these positions where you can't just accept a fact as a fact. And honestly, we talk about how QAnon and how Trump got these people because I could just tell you anything and you'll believe it, and facts don't become facts no more. The whole argument of agree to disagree is feelings have now become your recourse because you have no more facts. You have nothing else that can't be explained away, can't be argued. So now my feelings is I don't want to accept or concede. So let's agree to disagree. No. Speak your mind, present your data. If the data is wrong, accept the fact that let me input this into my brain to be right.
You know what it's like?
The thing is, who wants you to be? I don't want you sitting out there spewing the wrong shit. It's like if you walk around talking about QAnon as a thing, and I'm sitting there like, no, it's not. Let's just agree to disagree. Now you are talking to people and you just look foolish because you couldn't just accept the fact that the fact is a fact.
In all fairness, if we're talking about things that are factual, I can be swayed. A lot of our arguments about this are usually over your opinion. And I don't have to accept your opinion. And especially when it comes to my life and things that I'm experiencing firsthand that you don't fully understand the details about.
No, like I could, like me personally, I could just let a dude be wrong. Like I could let somebody be wrong. Like I don't care. I mean, me and Derek, we have arguments all the time in the chat. And when I'm done, I'm like, bro, I'm done. I said what I said. I know from a standpoint, like I've read this issue or I've been on this subject or anything like that. And he ain't changing his mind. I'm not gonna change my mind. I don't really care to change his mind. I'm done. Like I'm done. Me and Matt last week we were talking about something, and I'm done. Like I don't care to change anybody's mind. Like I think a lot of people just get so involved in the argument and being right.
It's not the argument. It's just it baffles me that people just like to sit in wrong. I even said this last. Hold on.
Why does it?
I even said this last week. If we're having a conversation, I could take what you told me in this conversation, and I can reflect on it to see is this actually valid or something I should be considering. I do that all the time. I replay conversations that all of us had to see where was I and am I movable on this topic. You got people that just don't. They want to be 100 for 100. They want to shoot 100 free throws, hit 100 free throws.
But why must someone?
You don't have all the data. Why can't somebody know something that you don't know and you accept that or you understand that and then you reassess? The goal is not to one up you. The goal is to educate. And we're in this. Here my joker. We're in a society where everybody is a goddamn genius, and no other idea is capable of penetrating a big ass fucking genius brain. So no matter what, hey, don't go outside. Don't go outside. It's raining fire. Fuck it, hey. You walk right out there because you couldn't comprehend the fact that I was just trying to tell you something that's currently happening that you haven't seen. It baffles me. It baffles me why people can be just unmovable.
Yeah.
I don't have all the facts. I live in a job. I work a job that I don't have all the facts, and people bring me facts every day, and I have to take that fact in, reassess my position or reassess my assessment before I tell somebody else the wrong shit. So every day something new come up, a new piece of information has to be considered to make sure that either we turn left or turn right. The goal is to get everybody home. The goal is to be safe. The goal is to circumvent trouble. But if I sit there and say, "No, I was right last week. I'm still right today," but this just happened. Fuck that. I'm still right. And now I can't allow somebody to educate me, to bring something to my attention, to be unmovable. That's how people get killed. In my world, that's how people get killed.
Yeah, and I think honestly,
I mean, it's still down there saying this is racist.
That's where you take your mindset and your approach to many conversations. Everything is not a matter of life and death, where someone must concede or death is the alternative. Like Paul was saying, like, if I believe that I'm correct in a scenario, I'm just gonna walk away from the conversation. And this is where the agreed.
Yeah, I don't need. Here's the thing, Jada. I don't need to look right. I don't need to look right. If I know I'm right, I'm right. I don't need to look right. I don't need to prove to anybody in these squares that I'm right. I already know I'm right, so I'm comfortable enough to just leave the conversation alone and just let a person be wrong.
I don't need to agree to disagree. I don't even, like I said, I don't even use the statement no more.
We're just going to agree to disagree.
Like, it's unnecessary.
Yeah, I think so, man.
Yeah. Let's do this right here. Let's all agree to disagree.
I disagree to agree.
I want to hear Derek say it.
I disagree to agree.
You say what?
All right, man. That phrase is not even in my vocabulary.
I know it's not.
Even when my wife brings it up, I'm like, "No, you're just wrong." I'm just gonna go, "No, you're wrong." All right, bye-bye. You're wrong.
There you go. Hey, you wrong, and then just leave it alone. This is it. You know you right. If you know you right, if you in your heart of hearts know you right, you right.
I can't deal with you.
No, don't need to keep. No, we gonna fight about it. No, man, no. Let the person be wrong and just be cool with it. And here's the beauty of letting a person be wrong, because when the facts come out, you could beat them right over the head with it. Beat them right over the head with it.
That's the thing. I don't say that. When you're wrong, you're wrong. If I let you be wrong, I'm walking away from you. We'll never have to, like that conversation we had in the chat. We ain't gonna never talk about it again. It is how it is. Whatever happened. I mean, we've had the conversation. We decided we're gonna let it go. Whatever happened. I don't come back to people trying to say them after you walk like you said. You had these conversations, and you gonna do what you want to do. And when you fall into boo trap, I'm just like, hey.
I forget about them. I'll be like,
you can save just one person, Derek. If you could save just one person.
For 60 cents a day, the price of a cup of coffee.
See, son of a preacher, man, you got to be like your father say. Jesus told them if they ain't want to hear, just shake the dust off your sandals and keep on moving now.